Welcome to News Today with Universal Parks News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for March 18th, 2022. A new quiet room has opened at Universal Studios Florida. Guests can take a brief intermission here when they feel overwhelmed in the parks. Guests can find the quiet room inside the Family and Health Services. Family and Health Services includes first aid, the quiet room, a nursing room, and a family restroom. The Universal Creative and Guest Safety and Accessibility teams work together to design the area. Neurodivergent individuals who may get overwhelmed by all of the sensory inputs in the park can use the space to take a break. It's designed like a pediatrician's waiting room with a toy on the wall and a padded tunnel for smaller guests to climb through. Of course, it wouldn't be Universal if there weren't a couple of minions to keep you company. A xylophone and other colorful toys are on the wall unit, and some neurodivergent people find tactile toys such as fidgets calming. The room is available to guests on a first-come, first-served basis. Families are asked to limit their time to 30 minutes to allow more guests to use the space. Horror Night Nightmares has released their speculation map for Halloween Horror Nights 31 at Universal Orlando Resort. The map is based on current rumors and speculation about Halloween Horror Nights 31 and will obviously change, but it gives us a good idea of possibly what we can expect this year. Of course, currently the scare zones are unknown, but their likely locations are marked on the map in yellow. The only show listed is Marathon of Mayhem, which will likely be changed to reflect this year's event. The haunted houses marked on the map in red are Universal Monsters, The Mummy vs. Wolfman, Seaside Village, which will be an original theme, Fear Street, The Last of Us, that one's pretty interesting to me, The Curse of Pandora's Box, which has been a house in Hollywood for a couple years, El Chupacabra, which is an original house, The Underground Creatures, another original house, and then two Horror Night names that are going to sound very familiar to many of you, The Evil Dead and Halloween, but then one that's not, The Weeknd. That's right, The Weeknd. You may remember a couple years ago, there's a rumor that Billie Eilish was going to have a house, and that ended up being the year that was canceled due to COVID, and so I guess we're going to try this musician thing again. As you can see, there are 3 houses with original stories, and I know people, obviously we love the original ones, but it's nice to have IPs too. It's always good to have a good mix of them, but there of course have been, again, multiple houses inspired by the Evil Dead and Halloween on both coasts in years past. They just keep going back to these. I don't know, maybe they're running out of IPs. I don't know. A tray perfect for carrying your Mardi Gras festival food around Universal Studios Florida is now available. The tray reads louder, wilder, spicier, and has the Mardi Gras logo. Features beads, coins, and a Mardi Gras mask, as well as food. The tray has slightly raised sides and a cup holder. We found it in the Universal Studios store at Universal Studios Florida for $7. After temporarily closing in August of 2020, Poseidon's Fury has finally reopened at Universal's Islands of Adventure. We've been watching as the attraction's facade was refurbished, but now it's time to join Taylor on an adventure inside the ruined Temple of Poseidon once more. You can head on over to our site for an overview. Of course, there is a video of the attraction right here on the channel. Relive the magic of Poseidon's Fury. You'd love it. It's so bad, it's good. A new pressed penny machine is available inside Jurassic Outfitters at Universal's Islands of Adventure. The machine is inside while another pressed penny machine is outside. It has 8 penny designs. They're $1 each or $5 for all of them. The machine provides the penny. You don't have to bring one. One design is the Jurassic World logo. The others each feature a different dinosaur, but all say Jurassic World and Universal Studios. Examples of the pennies are on display in the machine. Guests can get a new Mr. Dna Plush as a prize at the Training Zone in the Jurassic Park area of Islands of Adventure. The Training Zone games are classic carnival games with the Jurassic Park theme. Mr. DNA is available at the DNA sequencing game where guests pop balloons. The plush is yellow, featuring Mr. DNA and his name. The other side has the Jurassic World logo and reads Universal Studios. It's kind of like a pillow. I was hoping when I heard Mr. DNA Plush there was going to be like a dimensional thing like him as a DNA strand. And if Universal, if you're watching, that would be tremendous, and we would all buy it, right? Everyone agree in the comments that we would all buy a Mr. DNA plush, and maybe it'll happen. Just last week, it was announced that Super Nintendo World would be opening at Universal Studios Hollywood next year. The construction wall at the land's future entrance now reflects this and says the year. Guests will enter next to Transformers The Ride. The wall featuring Mario and Luigi now says opening 2023 under the Super Nintendo World logo. And beyond it, Green Hills rise in the distance. We got a look at the new themed walls being installed in the land earlier, and scaffolding covers most of the land as walls continue to be installed. Blue weatherproof sheathing can also be found, and crew members were working on the center platforms on our visit. A large black pipe runs up the scaffolding next to an archway, and rockwork surrounds a significant portion of the land. You can see some of it at the bottom right of this photo, and green foliage was being painted. A stencil for it sat on the scaffolding, center of the photo you're looking at now. We also saw a restroom sign at the bottom right of the image you're looking at. Through construction walls, we saw more crew members and construction materials, and there's not much to see from the ground, though. And a quick mention that this is hard to believe. Universal Studios Japan is celebrating the first anniversary of a Super Nintendo World. You're seeing some video now that Spencer took. We were invited to a media event for the first anniversary. It's pretty exciting. A special Generation Jurassic event will be taking place at Universal Studios Hollywood on April 28th. The event was announced in the video linked on our website. Unfortunately, no other details have been announced. It was announced in an official Jurassic World YouTube video, though, so it's real, but all we have is this image, and we don't know anything else. So stay tuned. It sounds like a cool idea, but we have no idea what it includes. New Mario sippers featuring the Fire Flowers have made their debut at Universal Studios Japan. Guests can find these sippers inside Yoshi's Snack Island for 2,000 yen, that's $16.85. Guests can select the Fire Flower or the classic 1-Up mushroom for their drink. That was available already. Comes with a carrying strap that features more Mario icons like superstars, bombs, and 1-Up mushrooms. The iconic yellow block is visible on all sides of the sipper, and the straw is behind the Fire Flower. This is like the coolest sipper I've ever seen. It's amazing. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to universalparksnewstoday.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to Universal Parks News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For UPNT, this is Tom Corliss saying the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.
From WDWNT, the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Park Center. Join us each week for news and discussion topics from the Disney and Universal theme parks around the world. We cover the top stories in a quick, concise, and fun format. Then our panel breaks down and debates some of the biggest issues and what they mean for us, the parks fans. From the latest announcements to openings and delays to scandals and snacks and merchandise and more, we cover it all in 90 minutes. Join us live every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/WDWNT, or watch episodes on demand anytime. Or subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.